Good afternoon and good day to all our participants joining us from around the globe. Welcome to the New South Wales Education Showcase. My name is Katie Hanna and I am the Associate Director, Advocacy and Engagement at Study New South Wales.
And I'm Ali Asghar Shah, Senior Associate for Global Markets Middle East at Investment New South Wales. Having started my journey in Australia as an international student, it is my absolute pleasure to be here with Katie to co-host today's event, the Regional New South Wales Education Showcase. In our first event, we heard from industry leaders about the unique offering of New South Wales vocational education and training and English language sectors. And in our second event, we took a tour around Sydney's world-class universities, where we heard from inspirational students about their achievements during their studies and careers. Today, we're thrilled to take you on a road trip around the great state of New South Wales to explore 4 study destinations. During our trip, we'll hear from leading universities and international students who called New South Wales home.
It's been a joy to deliver this series and showcase the academic, employment and lifestyle opportunities New South Wales has to offer. Now, regional New South Wales is a place that's close to my heart. Although I currently live and work in Sydney, I was raised and educated on the north coast of New South Wales. Have you ever wondered what's beyond the bright lights of Sydney? Well, today you're going to find out. We'll be visiting country New South Wales, the North Coast, Newcastle and Hunter, and the South Coast to learn what it's like to live and study in regional New South Wales. We're so glad you can join us.
Thank you, Katie. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of all the lands on which we gather, online and in groups, and pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. I particularly extend that respect to any First Nations peoples and guests who are joining us today. It is now my honor to introduce our next speaker, the Honourable Stuart Ayres, Minister for Enterprise, Investment and Trade, Minister for Tourism and Sport, and Minister for Western Sydney, to say a few words.
Hello, my name's Stuart Ayres. I'm the New South Wales Minister for Enterprise, Investment and Trade. And it does give me great pleasure to welcome everyone to the Dubai World Expo International Education Showcase. There's no doubt for education providers here in Australia over the last 2 years, like many education providers and students right around the world, it's been a challenging couple of years. But it's so important to reinforce the message that New South Wales is back open for business and welcoming international students back into our wonderful city here in Sydney and indeed right across the state of New South Wales. We've established a new international education recovery program that sets out a roadmap that allows international students, education providers and agents to all work together to make sure students can get back on campus and studying in the courses that they know and love. One of the great things about Sydney is we've always been open to international students. We've welcomed you with open arms and you've been such fantastic contributors to our local economy and the vibrancy that does make up Sydney as a global city. We know education is such an important part of the New South Wales economy and take great pride that 6 of our universities are now ranked in the top 200 universities around the world. We've got fantastic private providers as well as a number of wonderful vocational education and training providers that many students are connected to. So now's the time to come back on shore, to come back to Australia and really re-engage with the international education sector that's been so strong here in Australia. One of the other things that we pride ourselves on is having a safe city, and we've worked really hard over the last 2 years to create the most COVID-safe environment possible. We've seen Australia outperform most nations when it comes to low infection rates and high vaccination rates. So really, Sydney is one of the safest locations anywhere in the world, and as you travel out of Sydney, it just gets safer. So as you're considering your options for where you might study in 2022 and beyond, make sure you put Sydney and Australia right at the top of your list. We'd love to welcome you back.
Sydney and New South Wales offer cutting-edge, industry-relevant education opportunities for international students. Our world-leading universities and thriving vocational education sector help deliver the foundation for rewarding lifelong careers. New South Wales also boasts some of Australia's leading private providers, specialist English language colleges and secondary schools. New South Wales is Australia's most innovative and dynamic state, with 64% of the nation's tech startups based in Sydney. Nearly half of Australia's top 500 companies are based in New South Wales, offering diverse employment opportunities during and after study. In addition to Sydney, New South Wales has 4 regional study destinations: the North Coast, South Coast, Newcastle and Hunter region, and Country New South Wales, that offer exceptional education and employment opportunities. With a wealth of world-class qualifications, New South Wales can help you make a difference in the world, whatever pathway or career you choose. Warm, welcoming, truly multicultural, and with award-winning beaches, food and entertainment, New South Wales is the right choice for students seeking internationally recognised qualifications and successful global careers.
So what I love the most about Sydney and New South Wales, I really like city.
I can go maybe 20 minutes, go to the beach, 30 minutes, go to the most beautiful bushwalk you'll ever seen, and that's just a city in particular.
In the morning, when I go for a walk, I often see dolphins. I feel like I live in paradise.
Going and studying abroad was always like a dream. The feeling is amazing. I wasn't expecting all of this, to be honest.
I still find myself spoiled for choice after 3 years. How a city can keep offering you forms of entertainment. That's a beautiful thing which I haven't really experienced anywhere else. It has the best combination of city life and just beautiful sceneries.
New South Wales has a lot of prestigious university which can provide you the best quality of education.
Besides very good education, it's just a place where you can have fun as well.
You get to meet so many different people in and out of class.
Everyone is more relaxed. Everyone kind and friendly, and teacher also helpful.
It's a very good place to find support for whatever you need, especially for international students. We get here with different kinds of insights and education.
I feel safe and I feel welcome.
I would just highly recommend coming to New South Wales to study.
Visit the Study New South Wales website to explore your study options.
Thank you, Minister Ayres, for your continued support and leadership. As you heard from the Minister and saw in the video, New South Wales is the ultimate study destination. You can access world-class qualifications and research excellence while enjoying the vibrant culture and natural beauty our state has to offer.
New South Wales is so proud to be Australia's most popular study destination for the global leaders of tomorrow. Now it's time to go on a tour across regional New South Wales from coast to country. We'll hear from top-ranking universities about studying and living in New South Wales. To start our tour, we'll be travelling to country New South Wales. Our first stop is Charles Sturt University, who has not 1, but 6 campuses in Bathurst, Albury, Dubbo, Orange, Port Macquarie and Wagga Wagga that offer a unique student experience in some of Australia's fastest growing regional cities. Fun fact, the Good Universities Guide ranked Charles Sturt University #1 for undergraduate employment. Let's hear from Charles Sturt University and what they have to offer.
Hello, I'm Professor Renee Leon, Vice-Chancellor and President of Charles Sturt University. Charles Sturt University is Australia's largest regional university, and we're proud to advance the careers of students from all over the world. Our students benefit from hands-on and practical learning, giving them the best graduate employment outcomes in the country. At Charles Sturt, we strive for research excellence and partnership. We have more than 160 institutional linkages in 39 countries where we provide meaningful outcomes to our students, our industry partners, governments, businesses and communities. We're also Australia's first certified carbon neutral university, and sustainability is at the core of what we do. The Australian Wiradjuri people use the phrase Yindyamara Winangana. It means the wisdom of respectfully knowing how to live well in a world worth living in. This phrase represents who we are at Charles Sturt, our ethos, and it also speaks to the mission of our university to develop and spread wisdom to make the world a better place. I look forward to welcoming you to Charles Sturt University, where we can work together to make a difference.
I'm Tom Burton, Chief Development Officer Global for Charles Sturt University. It's a very exciting time for our university in New South Wales, Australia. We've got a lot of innovation happening through partnerships with industry, with government on a global scale. We're a leader in online delivery. We work with partners all over the world, in South Asia, in North Asia, the Middle East, just to name a few. And we are very proud of the history we have in place working with global partners to develop workforce solutions in multiple jurisdictions. So that includes courses for development of police forces in Qatar, for example, for librarians in Hong Kong, and a variety of other models that we have in place. We've got some really strong industry partnerships. We've got a fantastic technology hub happening here in Bathurst, New South Wales, with IBM, where we're working together to establish a client innovation centre. It's the first of its kind in New South Wales, and it's one of the many opportunities that is available to partners of Charles Sturt for us to continue to build partnerships and work to solve, as I say, those workforce challenges that exist both here in Australia but also globally. So it's a very exciting time. It's fantastic to be part of the Expo, and we very much look forward to speaking with you, and we very much look forward to continuing conversations.
Hello, my name's Michael Kiernan. I'm the Acting Executive Dean for the Faculty of Business, Justice and Behavioural Sciences at Charles Sturt University. We are particularly excited about our information technology and cyber security programs. Charles Sturt University is a world leader in research in these areas, and we have very strong teaching programs in information technology and cyber security.
Hi, my name's Eleanor Mitchell. I'm the Director of Global Engagement here at Charles Sturt University. We are proud to be Australia's leading regional university and are very pleased that we are the #1 university for full-time graduate employment rates according to the Good Universities Guide. I'm very pleased to advise that Charles Sturt University ranks in the top 5 Australian institutions for teaching quality, educational experience, and graduate starting salaries. Our institution is strong in the areas of business and management, accounting, information technology and cybersecurity, agriculture, as well as a number of key research areas across our specializations in research for regional and remote health, agriculture, water and the environment, and cybersecurity and technology. We look forward to having opportunities to collaborate with international partners across the globe and strengthen our opportunities for internationalization with our global partners. Thank you for your interest in Charles Sturt University, and we look forward to partnering with you.
Thank you so much to Charles Sturt University for a strong start to our tour. We will continue our road trip in country New South Wales, and our next stop is Armidale, which is 6 hours northwest of Sydney. Armidale is known for its strong education, healthcare, agriculture, forestry, and fishing sectors. Their community is proud of its diverse multicultural society and provides a warm Aussie welcome for students on arrival. If you're seeking an affordable, truly Australian lifestyle, the University of New England is a great option. Let's hear from the university.
The New England region of Australia is unique in every way. Spectacular waterfalls, gorges, and World Heritage National Parks showcase an incredible diversity of plants and animals. For adventure seekers, it's a playground for mountain biking, bushwalking, canyoning, rafting and climbing. For academics and students, it provides easy access to a diverse range of ecosystems. The main campus of the University of New England is located in Armidale, the capital of New England. A vibrant, cosmopolitan small city, Armidale is renowned for the arts and education and boasts a rich Aboriginal and European history. Impressive cathedrals and stately buildings dating from the 1850s grace the city streets. Today, Armidale is at the cutting edge of innovation with ultra-fast fibred internet. Named amongst the world's smart cities, Armidale is a digital hub for tech startups, and UNE is a driving force in business innovation. Just an hour's flight from Sydney and Brisbane, Armidale is attracting both national and international companies looking to benefit from our vibrant digital economy, with students and staff from over 60 countries. We are proud of our ability to offer transformational and personal educational experience, where our students have easy access to lecturers and support staff. In fact, UNE has one of the best teacher-to-student ratios of any university in Australia. Law, business, environment, science and agriculture are disciplines where UNE students and researchers excel. Armidale is a great place to live and study. With Armidale's clean air and open spaces, there's none of the noise, overcrowding, traffic jams and pollution that dominate large cities. Everything you need is easy and quick to find, and you can even cycle from the main campus into the city in minutes. Cost of living is also significantly lower than the big cities. Armidale, safe and friendly, making it easy to concentrate on your studies. In a 2018 nationwide survey of international students, UNE rated #1 of all Australian universities for students' propensity to recommend us to other prospective students. The University of New England has much to offer to international students.
Thank you to the University of New England. From country New South Wales, we'll continue our road trip to the north coast of New South Wales. Lismore and Coffs Harbour are home to Southern Cross University.
Wait, Katie, didn't you go to university there?
I sure did. I'm a really proud alumna and I hold very special memories and connections from my time here. I still remember my first day at university, sitting in the big lecture theatre and feeling really overwhelmed, but the staff made me feel so welcome and supported. Southern Cross is deeply rooted in its regional communities and demonstrates that world-class research, teaching and learning can thrive outside of metropolitan centres. They create and apply knowledge in partnership with communities in fields that are regionally relevant and globally significant. Like many of the world's best universities, being a smaller institution is to their advantage, reflected in the personalised student experience and research impact. But don't take it from me, let's hear from them directly.
My name is Tyrone Carlin and it's my enormous privilege to be the Vice-Chancellor of Southern Cross University. This is an extraordinary university. It's an extraordinary university because of the spirit of community that exists throughout, both within the university and in the regions that we serve. It's an extraordinary community because of its orientation towards quality and innovation, the energy and the personal touch that we bring to our relationships with each other and to looking after our students. The university does remarkable work in education and research, and as I look around our campuses, the energy and the passion that I see continually inspires me, and it fills me with enormous confidence for our future. And I hope you share that confidence too. As I undertake my work as Vice-Chancellor, I'm really looking forward to working with you and our communities and building a great future together.
What a great tour. And it's great to learn more about where you studied, Katie. Our next destination is Newcastle and the Hunter region. Situated on the east coast of New South Wales, Newcastle is surrounded by golden sand beaches, a breathtaking coastline, and a beautiful working harbour. It is the largest economy in regional New South Wales, with strong advanced manufacturing, aerospace, defence, tourism, and mining sectors. Newcastle is the cultural and economic heart of the Hunter region and the second largest economy in New South Wales after Sydney. They're home to one of Australia's leading universities, the University of Newcastle. The University of Newcastle continues to build its global reputation for being one of the world's most prestigious universities, and it holds the rankings to prove it. They rank #1 in the world for partnering for a sustainable future, #1 in Australia for industry collaboration, and ranked in the top 200 universities in the world. Now let's take a look at the University of Newcastle.
I'm currently doing the Bachelor of Commerce with a double major in Accounting and Finance. I think I've always been fascinated with different financial instruments and the financial markets. I find that accounting and finance really resonates with me, and I decided I want to pursue a career in this, and that's how I started it. I think after I graduate, I want to work towards being a professional accountant. So the first step for me is definitely working towards my accreditations, so getting my CPA or CANZ. And that's a good thing about what University of Newcastle has to offer. Their accounting major was actually accredited by CPA, Chartered Accountants Australia New Zealand, or ACCA. So I have options out there for me.
I can bring back my knowledge back to Malaysia and create an organization that could help different communities in the built environment. I think my favorite thing about studying at the University of Newcastle is that we can interact with students across the years from 1st to 5th year. It allows networking in a different way that most universities probably might not be able to give.
I did join the Brazilian University Society, which is giving me a very good network, contacts, and possibly job opportunities for the future.
Studying at the University of Newcastle prepares you for life as well as a career. Study at a top 200 university in the world. Be part of a vibrant student community. Enjoy a more affordable Australian study experience. Study free from distraction in a welcoming setting. Engage in practical learning experiences while you study. You can build your professional networks and connect with our industry partners. Open the door to more career opportunities and an above-average salary. And gain additional post-study work rights in Australia if you study at our Newcastle or Central Coast campuses. Now more than ever, the University of Newcastle offers a safe and inclusive community for international students, and we look forward to welcoming you here.
The purpose of the study tour is to allow our students to take the classroom knowledge and skills that we've practiced here within the university and bring it out into a real-world context to understand how communities and how industries work.
What surprised me the most in terms of the rural area business is to see the collaborations between competitors within the same industry. This is what I have learned in my class, and seeing in the real world has definitely been an amazing experience for me.
I think one of the highlights when I visit the observatory, we learned about light pollution. It reinforced the lesson that we have learned in our course. In business, You can't just think about profit. You should also care about environment.
It's also a chance for the students to learn about new cultures.
The highlight of the trip was spending time with the indigenous people. I have learned about their language that they speak, what kind of food they eat, and also the experience of living as an indigenous people.
The study tour brought different people from different countries and different cultures, making them sit together and sharing their experiences.
I've learned about other cultures from my peers. It helps me to embrace the diversity that we have.
I think different people from different perspectives can help the businesses a lot.
We are the front door for a lot of our regional communities to the rest of the world.
International students can give them valuable market insights.
A study tour that provides students with an opportunity to connect with the communities, with culture, with industry, with the environment. It just opens their eyes to possibilities that exist that perhaps they otherwise might not have thought about.
Yeah, I would love to take that opportunity to live in regional New South Wales. There's a lot of potential regional of New South Wales, which people don't consider, I think, yeah.
I think the university is a very diverse environment. There's people from all around the world here, and people especially from Newcastle, they're very friendly, and I think the resources of the university are the best. It makes me feel integrated in terms of culture, and it makes me feel part of the community.
Just coming overseas is definitely quite daunting, and it's just being in a different place is quite hard. So I think the best advice I can give is that don't be afraid to ask questions and just try out new things.
I am actively involved with the Malaysian Student Association, which actually brings people together from the Malaysian community. This allows us to network with each other and create friendships with a lot of people from different ethnicities and backgrounds and such.
The people here are definitely friendly. They are just amazing people, like one of the friendliest places I've been. And no matter where you go, you get to meet people and talk to them, chat with them. It just feels like family.
Thank you to the University of Newcastle. Your destination truly exemplifies excellence. We'll now move to our last stop in regional New South Wales. Let's take a drive down to the state's south coast, which has pristine beaches, mountains, marine parks, and gorgeous coastal towns. Can you guess where we're going next?
Ooh, I think I have a feeling.
We're going to Wollongong, a city that embraces adventure, arts, culture, technology, and a laid-back living lifestyle. When you choose to study at the University of Wollongong, your lifestyle and recreation choices are endless. The University of Wollongong is young, dynamic, and innovative, and has become a benchmark for Australia's new generation of universities. The quality of their teaching and research features prominently in national and international rankings, including being one of the top 1% of universities in the world. Now, let's hear from the University of Wollongong.
My name is Joel, I'm from Mumbai, India, and I'm a University of Wollongong graduate. As a child, I always wanted to be an astronaut, so mechanical engineering is my pathway to getting there.
My name is Kai Yang. I'm from China. I'm a University of Wollongong graduate. I feel like it's a very good university, especially in the computer science, telecommunications, engineering field. And today I'm a data scientist at one of the biggest supermarkets in Australia.
The opportunity to get work after university was a massive factor for me when coming to Australia. The university's career centre was really amazing. They run a lot of workshops to get you job ready.
The university provide a free course to get me prepared for the job market. I studied a lot of interview techniques. I get prepared for the behavioral questions. Carrying vegetables was my first part-time job. And then later on, actually, I found a job in University of Wollongong doing the 3D modeling.
While volunteering and working on campus, I've created a lot of networks, and through my networks, I've found a job at BlueScope because they connected me to the people out in industry.
It's that sort of human connection underpinned by your studies. That's the stuff that makes you employable. One of the great things about being somewhere like the University of Wollongong is that there are lots of great ways to network and get to know the place, and really that can lead to ways into such businesses.
The degree that the graduates from the University of Wollongong have had are recognised across the globe. The level of talent in the students that we've seen come from the university has been very, very good. But it's the individual person that's come through. So the university has provided a fantastic foundation for you to go and achieve things, but it's really for you to then go and leapfrog into the next part of your working life.
For other international students who are considered coming, what I would say is just take that leap of faith.
Be brave to embrace their challenges and do the hard work.
Challenge yourself, meet new people, and go for it.
Thank you so much to the University of Wollongong for that showcase. Wow, I really enjoyed that regional university's road trip, didn't you, Katie?
I loved it. It's so great to share our world with you.
Absolutely. Look, a big thank you to all 5 universities. It was a real pleasure to learn more about the incredible work that you do. I hope that gave you a better idea about each of the university's capabilities and the unforgettable experience that awaits you in New South Wales.
After hearing from our regional universities, we would now like to share the stories of our inspirational international students. It's my pleasure to introduce Salwa, an international student from the University of Newcastle, to share her journey about studying and living in New South Wales.
Thank you for the warm introduction, Katie. It's a great pleasure to be part of this showcase and share my experience as an international student studying at a regional university in New South Wales. My name is Salwa and I'm originally from East Java, Indonesia. I'm currently in my last year of my PhD in education at the University of Newcastle. I'm honored to receive an Australian government scholarship for the University of Newcastle, a world-class university with a strong focus on positive student experience and excellence in teaching and research. Newcastle within the Hunter region is famous for its beautiful harbors and amazing beaches. It is not just a great place to study and work, but also an amazing place to live with its calm environment and relaxed lifestyle. Living in a regional city helped me experience more Australian culture. I enjoyed cycling around the city's bike-friendly roads. Volunteering is a great way to break up my library and self-study routine. It also provides hands-on experience that we do not get in the classrooms. While completing my PhD, I'm involved in volunteering programs such as my university's International Student Program. I also participate as international student representative in the Equity, Diversity and Inclusion Committee. I was truly humbled that I was awarded Volunteer of the Year last year in the Student Experience Award and a commendation in the Student Employability Achievement Award. I also received the 2020 Newcastle Community Service Award from the Honorable Sharon Clayton, Member for Newcastle. I'm lucky to have supportive supervisors, friendly members of staff, good friends, and loving family as my support system throughout my journey. Before I end, I sincerely would like to thank Study New South Wales for their commitment to supporting international students, especially during the pandemic. I'm towards the end of my study journey in New South Wales, but I'm excited for you who are about to embark on yours. Make the most of your time by learning about the culture and trying new things. See the world while you study. Thank you.
Thank you, Salwa, for sharing your journey with us. It's great to hear about how you're thriving in Newcastle and involved in the local community. Your volunteering experience and that list of awards is so impressive. Our second student speaker is Dr. Saba Nabi, an international alumna from Charles Sturt University. Let's hear about her journey.
Thank you, Katie. My name is Dr. Saba Nabi, and I'm originally from India. I am currently working as a health manager with New South Wales Health. I came to Australia to complete my PhD in biomedical science at Charles Sturt University with my young family in late 2011. Since then, Wagga Wagga, a regional town in New South Wales, has become my permanent home. Why did I choose to study and live in New South Wales? From my own research, I love doing evidence-based research. I found out about Australia's world-class international education. We have got some amazing universities with great infrastructure, a thriving economy, and a welcoming country. Living in a regional town was particularly valuable for me in raising my young child beautifully, since we live in a close-knit society. And to deal with homesickness, I engaged heavily in my local community through volunteering. My efforts were recognized in the region and across Australia. I have been involved in a range of Wagga Wagga-based volunteer roles, including serving on the Regional Advisory Council as a board member and secretary at Multicultural Council of Wagga Wagga, as AFL Multicultural Community Ambassador, and in some similar capacities. I was named the 2014 New South Wales International Student of the Year in the Higher Education category. In 2019, I received the Rebrina Volunteer of the Year Award. In 2020, I was inducted in the New South Wales Hidden Treasurer's Honours Roll. And in 2021, I received a New South Wales Rural Women's Scholarship. Before coming to Australia, I completed my bachelor's degree in pharmacy and MBA in health, hospital and pharmaceutical management from Jamia Hamdard University in New Delhi, which is ranked the best in the country in pharmacy education. After completing my PhD from Charles Sturt University, I started working with New South Wales Health. My journey from an international student to a healthcare professional in Australia wasn't easy, but I was consistent in my approach. I always believe in hard work and determination and understand that failures are the pillars of success. I crave my own path. My mantra in life is, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Keep trying and success will be yours. Thank you for letting me share my journey, and I wish you all the best in your coming study journeys. Back to you, Ali and Katie.
Thank you so much, Saba, for sharing your insights into life as an international student. Having started as an international student myself, it's wonderful to see and hear about your impressive achievements. These stories are living proof of the excellent opportunities that you can have as an international student at one of our regional universities.
That's right. Wherever you study in New South Wales, you'll gain world-class education and skills, connect with our multicultural communities, and build lifelong friendships and networks. Now that we've heard from our regional universities, we're proud to share how the New South Wales Government is working closely with our higher education sector. The New South Wales Government recently signed innovation partnership agreements with 10 New South Wales public universities to boost innovation, attract investment, and strengthen collaboration across the sector and state. This historic 5-year agreement will facilitate our world-leading university minds to collaborate with industry and to harness unprecedented collective firepower. Let's take a look.
The New South Wales Government and New South Wales universities have signed landmark agreements, innovation partnership agreements. This is a first for New South Wales. It's an exciting opportunity.
It's a level of collaboration that we have not seen in the past. We know how important research and development is to our economy. There's over $11 billion worth of research and development that takes place in New South Wales, and it contributes almost 2% to our gross state product.
The agreements will help to streamline access to the New South Wales Government through Investment New South Wales acting as a concierge, ensuring universities are consulted on relevant opportunities and that the contribution of each university is recognised.
These are very important landmark agreements. They outline the strategic priorities for universities and for the state government and how we can work together.
I've already had the opportunity to go around many of our universities and see the exciting collaboration that these agreements are already creating. We want to be able to work together in a triple helix which will drive outstanding innovation and commercial opportunities from our great world-leading university research.
We know how important research institutions have been during the pandemic. We want to continue to work with our unis to drive research-led attraction of industry and strengthen economic resilience.
It's an exciting moment. It'll help us enormously in our relationships with the state government, but it's going to boost opportunity in New South Wales enormously in the future.
This takes us to the close of today's event and the end of the New South Wales Education Showcase series. We really hope you've enjoyed the journey and learned more about our state's education, research and development strengths.
Thank you to all of you watching for joining us, and thank you to all of our speakers. And Katie, it has been a pleasure co-hosting with you.
Likewise, Ali. The New South Wales Education Showcase series will be available on demand on the Study New South Wales website. Please connect with the Study New South Wales team on social media to learn more about our programs, events and initiatives for international students. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, WeChat and Twitter, or subscribe to our mailing list for the latest news. We look forward to welcoming you to New South Wales really soon.
Take care everyone, and bye for now.